So greetings from Pennsylvania once again, as always, and Merry Christmas to you as well. It is Christmas Day, and I'm out here in the woods, yes. There's a reason for that, for today though. I'll talk about that in a moment. Oh yeah, I'm wearing one of my gifts. Got new socks on too, they were gifts, so. And it's a beautiful day, so good times. So yeah, we're gonna do another Union Canal episode here. We're gonna pick up where I left off last time. In the last video, I didn't do that off-trail section. We're gonna do that today. It's a good day to do it. It's in the 50s today. So yeah, we'll be down there in a moment. So we're gonna do this. Oh yeah, I parked back up there again at Swiftwater Lane. And it's about a mile to the dam at Blue Marsh. So we're gonna do that section. Yeah, I normally would be with, I usually spend Christmas Day with my friend John and his family, but a bunch of them got sick with the you know what, the C word. I mean, they're all fine. I don't think John himself got it, but so they postponed Christmas until a little bit later. A couple days later, we'll have Christmas with them. So I spent this morning with my mom. She opened some gifts. I opened some gifts last night, so it's all good. All right. Alright, so the trail continues on. Of course, we've been on that section in the previous video, but here's our trail that's going to take us down to where the canal actually is. Because you remember, this trail does follow the canal, except coming up this way, it kind of heads up towards the parking lot away from the canal. The canal is actually down here. Yeah, right down here it is. Right here's the Union Canal. If we continue down that trail a bit more, this takes us to the Tolbakken Creek here, which is the water source for the Union Canal at this point. A lot of fishermen use this trail. Whoa, as I slip in the mud. Yeah, beautiful spot down here. Alright, so we are down in the canal now. This is the Union Canal. Right over here would be the towpath trail. You can see a bit of a raised area. Like I said, there's no trail through this area. Just a few game trails. But yeah, this will be an adventure. I did this years ago. There are some sections up here that still have water in them, if I remember correctly. So it kind of gives you an idea of what the canal would have looked like back in the day. We'll see if they still have water in them. It's been a bit drier lately. Yeah, there's a good example. There's the towpath trail right up there. So that's where the mules would walk. And right where we are is where the canal boats would be going down through. Alright, so we are now up on the towpath trail. This little raised area. This, in my opinion, is what should be a trail today. At least I think so. Because it's completely overgrown. Got thorns. There's kind of a game trail here, but not sure how long we'll stay up here. It's pretty overgrown. And as I'm dodging thorns and brush, I'd like to thank all of you for your gifts too. I know I put up one mail time video already with Christmas gifts in it, but there will be another one coming out soon. I'll wait a couple more days yet to film that. See if any other packages come in for Christmas. Yeah, it's very overgrown here, but it's an adventure. So we're still on the actual towpath trail. Yes, you can see the towpath trail continue on. Over here is our canal, Union Canal. I should mention too that there are no locks along this section. In the previous video we did lock 46, but up at the dam, where the current dam is where lock 45 was located. It's not there anymore. It was destroyed when they built the dam, but like I said in the previous video, I do have a picture of it. There's a site in the Library of Congress website that has some pictures of these locks. Most of the ones that were Now we're destroyed because of the building in Blue Marsh Lake. So we'll at least get to where Lock 45 was, if all goes well. And we'll keep our eyes open for some more naturey stuff as well, since we're out here in nature. I know it's coming back to my memory. The last time I was here was early spring. There's some ducks in the water here in the canal. Frogs, the spring peepers are coming out and chirping. I think the skunk cabbage is coming out, a few other wildflowers. But today's winter, so might not see as much wildlife per se, or wildflowers or anything like that. But we'll keep our eyes open, like I said. A little bit easier section here too. Of course, just as soon as I say an easier section, there's a bunch of thorns up ahead here. Yeah, and speaking of trails and thorns, you know, sometimes the trails in life are easy. Sometimes there's thorns show up in life too. As I tell my students, sometimes life sucks. You know, life can be, there's great moments, but sometimes it's tough too. As I say in this video on my channel, you know, it is what it is. But good things can come out of bad times, though. I know in my own life, and I'm getting kind of preachy here now, but like in my own life, you know, I talk about the farm and stuff. Some bad things happened back then, but because of those not so great things that happened, that's what kind of got me started doing YouTube. So good things can come out of bad times in your life. Just something to remember. All right, I'll stop preaching at you. All right. So speaking of finding some naturey stuff, got some cool mushrooms here. Looks like they fell off from further up, but I believe these are a type of what they call turkey tail. It's like I've already said, I think it'd be pretty easy to turn this into a trail. You just have to clear some of the thorns out. Because there is a trail up above and back a little bit from this edge of the cliff here that does bring you back to where you parked. So it would make a nice loop trail for people, I think. Just my thoughts. You have a cardinal out there. Oh, where'd you go, buddy? There he is. Beautiful bird. Hopefully that's showing up pretty good. Eating those berries out there. Oh, you can fly off. There you go. Alright, well that was cool. He was way out there. It's tough to film birds sometimes. They don't sit still, but... Alright, we got an impenetrable section of trail, so we're going to have to duck down into the canal itself here a little bit. It's a bit gushy, but I'm not going to bust my way through that stuff in there. Yeah. We'll see how this works out. Alright, so if I remember correctly, I think last time I was here I tried to stay on the towpath trail, but I felt like there was a watery section up here that cut across the trail that made it a little bit difficult. We'll see. I think last time I was here I ended up skirting a hole along the edge up there all the way up, but I would like to stay on this side. We'll see. Yeah, right here was that water I didn't want to cross last time. Oh, that's right. I'd seen some ducks last time too out there in that marshy area. Alright. Like I said, I would like to try and stay. I don't know. It might not be. I don't know. Let me think about this. Yes, over there is where we were. It's just too. It's too long of a jump. It's just too deep there. I was thinking about taking my shoes and socks off and going across, but you can see the towpath trail right there. I'd like to be over there, but it's okay to be over here as well. Maybe at some point we'll get back over there, because that's what I would like to stay on that side, but we'll see what happens. Out thorns. All right. So this side was a little bit difficult because it's just steep and thorny. So, all right. I see some ripples out there. I wonder if there's fish or salamanders in here. All right, well, let's keep going. Yeah, but with a little bit of water in this section, you can kind of get a better idea of what the canal would have looked like. Obviously, there'd been more water in here than what is now. But so far on our journey, we haven't seen any sections of the canal that really had any water in them. I think as we go further up, it does get more water in it. Alright, so here's what it looks like in front of me. Of course, we were walking along the edge over there, but over here's our towpath trail again, so we'll be able to get to this side. It's kind of dry in here. We're looking back where we came from. Alright, but I'm gonna... Now we got some gunfire. People target practicing, I guess. Alright, I'm gonna find a place to take a little lunch break, I think. Then we'll try to hike on this side again. Or we'll see as best we can, we'll see. Yeah, just soaking in the sun here on Christmas Day. Out here in the middle of nowhere. But yeah, just checked my GPS. We're about halfway, I believe. Joined some beef jerky in there, Christmas gift. Yeah, I got a new pair of socks. It's another pair of those Bombas socks. Super comfortable. Alright, so in a little bit we'll get going again. Like I said, I'm going to try and stay on the towpath trail. Last time I did this, when I got to that point earlier, I just stayed on that side the whole time. But we're going to try and stay on this side. We'll see what happens. It looks pretty thick, but we'll do what we can. Alright, well, onward ho then. We'll see if we can even keep going on this side. I see a whole bunch of thorns up there, but we'll duck down here a little bit. Alright, we'll see how this goes. A little easier down here. Not too watery here either. Well, so far so good. It's a bit thorny up here, but we're making it. But yeah, definitely getting water filled again. I remember this section up here. Gives you in my opinion, gives you one of the best ideas of what the canal used to look like with all the water in it. Have you ever regretted a decision you've made in life? Look at that, over there on the other bank, no thorns or shrubs or anything, but look over here. There's a mess in here. Alright, but we're committed. But as I bust out the thorns for a moment, once again you can see clearly this gives you a really good idea of what the canals look like back then, a little bit at least. Obviously all this thorns and brush wouldn't be here. This is the towpath trail. But I mean right now the other side looks great, but I do remember it gets pretty thorny just up there as well, so. There's a reason I chose to be on this side, I think, if I remember correctly. But yeah. A little easier just walking along the edge here. A little muddy, but you picture just a little bit more water. Oh, quite a bit more muddy. Just a little bit more water in here. You could almost go kayaking in here. Maybe out there in the middle you could. Alright. We'll keep pressing on. Found some bones. Got all the thorns here. Yeah. Some leg bones. A couple more over here. Maybe it's one of the old Union Canal workers. No. Some animals been chewing on that one. Most likely from a deer. The tree here is loaded with those turkey tail mushrooms. I believe that's what they're called because of they kind of look like a turkey tail with the colors there. Beautiful, beautiful mushrooms. Once again, just kind of walking on the edge here. Set up into thorns. Still looks very canal-y down this way. Here's looking down again. I mean, this section really does look almost like its own river or stream, but it's the canal. Of course, there's the towpath trail through the thorns. You can see this side is all thorny too. Here's looking back where we came from. Alright, wonder if like an old road came through this section right here, but we're gonna continue on. I am gonna stay on this side, at least try to. And then out here in the middle of nowhere, some random iron pipe just sticking out of the ground, right next to the canal over there. Alright, so I found a bit of a trail here. The canal and the towpath trail were off maybe about 200 feet that way, and I was getting awful over there. It was like the 7th level of hell in Dante's book, what's it called, the Inferno. But yeah, over here is the Topahawken Creek actually. You got some more of these Osage oranges, or monkey balls, some people call them. Alright, so let's head down this way. We're not too far from the parking lot at the Blue Marsh Dam. So I think we'll try and take this back. Had about enough of the Thorns. It's definitely been an adventure though. This is kind of fun in a way. Yeah, getting stabbed by thorns every step you take, but I don't know. I used to do this a lot as a kid, just kind of go bushwhacking in the woods around the house. Kind of got used to walking through thorns a bit. Alright, I think we'll follow this trail back up to the parking lot. Of course, the flies are out now too. It's so warm that those gnats, those biting flies are out. They're not biting though, but they're like trying to get my ears and stuff. On Christmas Day, they should be, I don't know what flies do over winter, but they should be doing it. Sleeping, hibernating. Yeah, so this is much quicker. Canal's still off to our right a little ways, but so we're still following it. Ouch. A little bit of thorns here too. Probably like a fisherman's trail here. It's turning into a pretty nice spot back here. But there's some good fishing in there. Yeah. I think a lot of people come back here to fish. Yeah, I see cars way up there, so we're closing in. I think the canal is actually right just over in there actually. Yeah, so right up there is the parking lot. That's the dam right there. That's Blue Marsh Dam. Behind that is the lake. Look, there's a kingfisher. Makes that noise. I'll try to get a picture of that a little bit later here, or a video. Well, that kingfisher flew off. It's a type of bird. Obviously it fishes, it likes fish. It's called the belted kingfisher. Yeah, so we should be able to see the canal just around the corner here a bit. And you'll see, yeah, we'll try to, yeah, Lock 45 was up here somewhere, but when the dam was created, all this got kind of rearranged. We'll just double check for it a little bit though. Yeah, so there's another trail that goes back the way we came from. I'm not sure, I don't know if that just hooks up with some of the other fishing trails we were on, but the canal is back. Let's go ahead and walk through one more time through some brush here. Yeah, but here's our buddy, the canal, right down in there. Yeah, so over there's the parking lot. We're making our way up the trail here. We came back from that way, but here's where the canal would meet where we are now. It's kind of filled in here, but it goes back through that way. And we'll have to head up that way to go back to where we parked, but I'm just gonna, I guess, maybe there's a bit of the canal down here too. I'm gonna guess this depression down through here. Yeah, more than likely. Yeah, I'm on the other side of this now. We were just staying up there, but there's a little bit of, yeah, this is part of the canal. A little bit right here yet. Here's the towpath right here, going back that way. But here's where it ends for now, because right up there's the dam. So lock number 45 was in this area somewhere. But like I said, it probably most likely got destroyed when they made the dam. Alright, but I'll go ahead and throw up a picture of what Lock 45 looked like back in, I think, like 1968, before they started working on the dam. I think even back then, in this picture, there's not a whole lot of it left, or it's kind of like buried in a lot of muck and stuff. But I'll throw up a picture of it. Oh, and I'll throw up, I guess I should have thrown up a map of my route. Maybe I did already early in this video, but if I didn't, I'll do it now. Alright, so now I just gotta make my way back. I'm just gonna head up the road here. That's called the Stilling parking lot basin. I just gotta head up the road here a little bit to the what they call the Union Canal towpath trail. They call it the connector trail. That'll take me back to the Swiftwater parking lot. About a mile long, but it's nice, open, non-thorny, brushy trail. So I probably won't film any of that. I'll just say farewell now. Anyway, a fun adventure here on Christmas. I've had my fill of thorns for a while, but every once in a while you just gotta do something like that. Alright. As always, thanks for coming along, and I'll see you on the next adventure, and once again, Merry Christmas.